Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your October 2023 money and career reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm always truly grateful for every single one of you. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming out. We are in eclipse season. Okay, so eclipses do tend to bring some uncertainties. They can shake things up a little bit. Things can come out of the woodwork and get some surprises. And can really bring about some unpredictable energy. We do have the solar eclipse, the new moon in Libra on the 14th, 15th of October. For some of you, you may be a little bit lucky in some of your partnerships. This can affect your money, right? So lucky in love can translate interestingly to your financial sector, especially if you are maybe making a big purchase with a significant other, especially with that being new moon energy. You could be buying a new house, a new car. You could be moving in together, getting married, things like that. For some of you singles out there, you might be meeting somebody new at that time as well. But this can really have you focusing or have an impact on your finances, especially if you've got joint finances with another person. For some of you here, there could be some power struggles. Okay, so just something to be aware of with that energy, because money can really be a contentious issue in relationships, right? So you could have business partnerships where there's a power struggle. You could have things like that going on at work, right? Nice. And also within your personal relationships as well, and with your family. But it's a great time to kind of detox, to clear the air, to focus, make some decisions, get back on the same page. That kind of thing can really turn over a new leaf in that energy. We've got a partial lunar eclipse with the full moon in Taurus on the 28th, 29th. Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? Venus is your resources. Venus is your heart. Venus represents the Empress card, right? So very connected with the earth. It's a time of abundance. It's a time of harvest. And we are right around Halloween season there as well in Samhain. So this can be a time when you're really reaping some rewards. Something may come full circle to you. And this can be where you really do wrap something up. So you could have something coming to fruition. However, at the same token, with it being a full moon, it might be very intense, very emotional, and it can also represent endings to things as well. So if you're not happy where you are in your career, you might be really shaking things up a little bit in October. For some of you, there might be some things that are being shaken up on your behalf. You might not necessarily have a say in it, but it opens the door, it opens a window for new beginnings, right? For some better times ahead. And when we do have this, this very intense energy, it does help us. It does serve a purpose for us, right? Sometimes it just is a little bit challenging to navigate sometimes in that energy. So let's get right into your reading though. So we've got two cards in the reverse. And in this particular deck, the reverse energy is an energy of protection, right? So it's really words of advice and wisdom from the universe for you. And as we were just saying about the eclipses, there's some shaking up here going on. So in the protection position with a change in the wind, there is changes going on around you that you may not necessarily have control over. You may already know about them. They may come as a surprise. Okay, there's things that are either destined to happen in your world, or things that other people do that affect you. Right? So this can be a company restructure. This can be something to do with your money, your banking, your finances, right? So just be a little extra cautious there, especially when we do have that full moon eclipse in Taurus, because this could really shake up some things in your investments. And especially things like the stock market, because Venus rules Taurus and Venus also rules Libra, right? So we do have this energy coming in ruling both of those. And with Venus representing, yes, abundance and things blossoming, fertility and growth and new beginnings, it also does rule, of course, our financial sector. And with these cards being in the reverse, remember this is a collective reading. It's not a personal one, and it's not really not financial advice specifically for whatever investments you have, but I would definitely pay attention in the month of October. Any kind of red flags that you see, because it does bring in this topsy-turvy, unpredictable energy. So just be a little bit diligent with your finances, with your money in that month. Okay. So with this energy here, there's something shifting. All right. And again, the best way to navigate these changes is, number one, be prepared, be aware, and go with the flow. Okay. Go with the flow. You might not like what's going on. You might love what's going on, right? Because sometimes changes can put you in a better position than you were before, right? But it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But we do have by the book here as well, and this is an energy of nonconformity. And in the reverse, again, here with this energy, again, there's changes that have to happen. So this is really saying that it's a time to break free, break out of a crowd, break out of a cycle, break out of a rut, a pattern that you've been in. So we've got never-ending story coming in here as well. And never-ending story is the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing ever changes, nothing ever gets better. It's like, it's kind of like that saying, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So there's something here that has been going around in circles for a while, that has been a little bit not so great for a little bit. And it could be just some energy within you. Okay, because the never-ending story can quite often be that lack energy, where we tell ourselves the same story over and over and over again. We play into our fears, we play into our doubts and anxieties. And so I feel that for some of you, this shift, this change is happening within you, and that can only be a blessing, because we're breaking out of a cycle. And instead of, looking at the things that aren't working and the things that you don't have, instead, you're going to turn the page around, right? This energy is helping you to turn the page, to turn over a new leaf, to look at things in a different way, in a different perspective. All right. So even if it's something in your external environment, again, something's got to change. The more things stay the same, sometimes the more something must shift. All right. So this can be something that does work out in your favor, but it's likely making you a little bit uncomfortable no matter how it plays out. There's your Empress energy right there. So yes, this Libra, Taurus energy is very much at play for you. Now, the Empress is a positive energy. It's in the upright. Thank goodness. Yay. Right? Because we've got these two in reverse. So this is a good sign. Okay. The Empress in the upright is a time of creation, a time of harvest, a time where things blossom in your life. Some of you are reaping the benefits of something that you've been working on, or that's something that you've been looking forward to and maybe being open to. So for some of you, this is that time of harvest, and you are going to get something really wonderful, probably something new, or maybe something improved in your life there. But the Empress is that Venus energy, opening our heart, creating something, trying new things, and really manifesting things in our world around us. For some of you, you need to take a creative approach. Whatever you're working on here right now, your money, your career path, a project that maybe you're stuck on, whatever it happens to be, with this energy, you might need to get creative in order to get to where you want to be. All right. But the Empress also rules love, right, as well. And, when we have that solar eclipse, right, the new moon in Libra in the middle of the month, this can be where a partnership, okay, where love is the order of the day, and this can have that impact on your money, and it can actually make it better, right? I mean, think about two people. If you're going to move in together, and maybe now you got two people sharing the rent, two people paying the groceries, right? Two people doing this. So it's like, oh my God, all of a sudden you've doubled your money without really doing anything other than just living your most wonderful life. So there could be something there. But for some of you, I think you're really opening your heart. You're looking for something that you love, right? You want to do something that gives you some satisfaction during the day, but also brings you the money that you need, right? We have to have our resources to pay our bills and keep that roof over our head. So there's certainly things opening up for you. with the Queen of Pentacles here. Yep, some of you have something new going on in your home. Maybe you're buying a new home, right? Or a relationship is changing your living environment. The Queen of Pentacles brings us success and abundance, also brings us patience and nurturing. So this is the energy here to nurture your goals, to know what it is that you want, know what it is that you want to change or something new that you want to do. And you're very patient. You're biding your time in this energy, and because you know that something's going to happen, you know that some door is going to open up for you. Okay. And again, if you feel like you're going around in circles, okay, I feel this is a very uplifting energy rather than the never-ending story, which is kind of like feeling sorry for yourself a little bit, okay, in that. So I think here there is a breakthrough, okay, that may come in there for you. But the Queen of Pentacles can be a very helpful person in your world. This can be somebody who really cares about you. Again, maybe a partner, a significant other, a friend, someone in your workplace, right? And maybe somebody who you partner up with, you join forces with, and you really are, make a great team. But the Queen of Pentacles is a wonderful, wonderful energy, bringing you some stability and security, but also kind of, really for some of you, again, bringing you some abundance into your life, bringing you some money, right? Or those opportunities or those ideas. So, but I do feel for some of you here, because we do have the Queen of Pentacles, which is where something, you're nurturing something. You've planted a seed of something earlier and now it's blossoming, right? The Empress can be something blossoming here as well. So for some of you, there is something blossoming in your life, and this can be something that you've waited for. We've got the High Priestess coming in here as well. So you've got some really powerful energy. Now the High Priestess comes in to remind you, number one, your intuition is very much on point, right? So your senses are heightened. You're going to have this deep sense of knowing. Instinctively, you know that something is changing or something has to change or there's something exciting in the wind for you. You know. You can't explain it with this energy, but when you know, you know. The High Priestess shows that you may you may have to make some important decisions in the month ahead, okay? And don't doubt your decision making, right? Go with your gut, go with your instinct. If you're not seeing any red flags about something, why create them? And this is what we do in our human existence. Our intuition tells us one thing, and it feels good, it feels right, even if we can't quite explain the direction, the path that we're following. And then our human conscious mind takes over and talks us out of something that felt so good. So in this energy here, you are being called upon to really trust your instincts, trust your intuition, because ultimately whatever you're doing, whatever decisions that you're making, you have all of the wisdom, the knowledge that you need internally. You don't necessarily need to go and ask outside resources. You don't necessarily need to overthink, overanalyze something. Right? It's just this deep sense of knowing that I feel is coming in here. But the High Priestess is very connected with the moon. So these moon cycles in the month ahead are probably going to bring about something very interesting and hopefully something profitable. We've got the Hermit coming out here as well. So this is a really interesting energy because this is Virgo energy. So there may be something for some of you that you have manifested. You've set some intentions back in Virgo season. So back in where are we? August, okay, August, September, right? So as I do this reading, we just literally today entered Libra season. So there could be something there for you. Maybe something that you've set your intentions with the Virgo new moon, okay? And by the time the Virgo full moon comes around, this is when something is really going to blossom in your world. And this is where you're going to be able to harness and harvest what you have sown, right? Reaping what you've sown in that energy. But the Hermit is also a very spiritual energy. Now, there could be a very important person or multiple people that do help you along your way or that play a key role in your money or in your career path and your money-making potential. So the Hermit is very, very conservative, very quiet in this energy, but also very detail oriented. So you might need to look at the finer details of something, okay? Especially if you want to start something new or if you want to create something, then here, don't forget some of the details. So make a plan, right? Especially if you've got some creative talents, with the Queen of Pentacles being very connected with the house, with the home. There may be something for some of you here, if you've got like a secondary business, like a home-based business or something, or maybe you are working from your home. Okay, this can be a time for you to either get out and reconnect with more people, or if you want to maybe turn a home-based business into something a little bit more expansive, a little bit more profitable. The Hermit Energy says here, take a step back and look at the big picture. Think about what micro goals that you want to reach along the way. Very, very detail oriented with the Hermit Energy. And think about those little small achievements, right? Sometimes, with this energy, sometimes we bite off more than we can chew, or we set such a big goal for ourselves that it's overwhelming. And so with the detail oriented energy of the Hermit, this is where we can break up a big goal into small, more attainable goals. And eventually, we get to where we want to get to. So, so if you're looking to go into business for yourself, or to find alternate sources of income or additional sources of income, this may be something that you do want to kind of make a little checklist or something, or where do I start, right? Sometimes we need to write things down just to figure out where do I want to start, like a little bit of a game board kind of thing. And then be open to making some changes and some adjustments along the way. So I feel like some of you might go into business for yourself or expand something that you already have. But I do feel that for some of you, you might be feeling a little bit detached from your environment. Because if you are working at home, you lose a connection of people in your workplace. And there are a lot of people really pushing back at companies right now. People want to stay working from home, and the company's like, no, this is not working for us. You need to come back to the workplace. So if that's you, and if you love working from home, you may resist that in this energy, but you may not necessarily have a choice other than, well, of course, you always have the choice to leave and find something new. But I also feel like some of you are maybe resisting it a little bit, but also kind of welcoming of it, because the Hermit is a very, very solitary energy. And, so if you have been working from home for quite some time, you might actually appreciate being drawn back into the workplace. And, hey, you might have a shakeup there, and you might be one of the few willing to go back to work, and you could actually end up in a higher paying job because everyone else left. So there could be some vacancies there. But the Hermit can be somebody very wise that can help you in your journey, maybe help you make a business plan. Like I said, it is Virgo energy, so there could be somebody that is either a Virgo or Virgo in their chart. Might be somebody that you partner up with, or someone that can give you some advice, because this is like the wise old sage energy. But this is also a soul-searching energy, setting your intentions, setting your wishes, setting your goals, and then lighting your path forward. So you might be contemplating what lights you up and what do you want to do. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here as well. You've got so much abundant energy coming in here. It's almost like if anything is changing, I think it will be to your benefit in some way. Again, you could have a restructure in your company, and if they really love you, Empress, right? If they really love you because of the experience, the knowledge, the commitment and dedication that you have, I feel here that you could very much be reaping the rewards of any kind of restructure. Now, you could also get a big payout. Okay. But the Nine of Pentacles is, you got two nines here. So this is like something coming to completion, or seeing something through to completion. It may be an energy of finishing what you start, right? So maybe some of you are just finishing something up here, and you probably get some sort of money, a bonus, a raise, or something like that, or again, open up doors to better earning potentials because of what you've done. Some of you may have some investments coming to fruition, but again, some of you may also be treating yourself to something, buying yourself something, and whether it involves another person or it's just your money alone. Okay, both of these are very again, very solitary energy, kind of very independent. The Nine of Pentacles is like, I did it, I made it, I did it on my own. Now I'm going to celebrate, and I'm going to treat myself to something that I really want. And so in that energy, you could actually be celebrating a personal milestone, a personal success, and hopefully with the Nine of Pentacles coming in, not to mention the rest of it, I think that you may open up the door to prosperity in the month of October, right? And some of this energy takes a little longer to play out, okay, because this is the eclipse energy that's really shaking things up for you, but I think in a really positive way. And so for some of you, it can really happen quite quickly. But for others of you, that might take a little bit of time to play out, especially with that Queen of Pentacles there. The Hermit is kind of slow. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of slow. So, but it could be actually a really productive and a potentially profitable winter season for you guys. We've got the Nine of Swords coming in here as well. So there's some worries here. The Nine of Swords is quite often where we are tossing and turning in the middle of the night. We're worrying, we're overthinking, and we're just got a lot on our mind. But this is coming out with the High Priestess energy. And the High Priestess is like, hey, you got this, babe. Okay, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to change. You've got this. And so get out of your head and into your heart. Okay, with that energy, don't doubt yourself. The Nine of Swords is a very restrictive energy, but it's by our own doing. So this is where we can, we can talk ourselves into something. It's easier to talk ourselves out of something quite often. So don't talk yourself out of something that could actually be really wonderful for you. Now, I have to point out, okay, I really have to point out some synchronicities in your reading. Hermit card number 9, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. So you've got 999 coming out here. Okay, so again, either you are on the last milestone here to complete something and you're going to get something done that's really going to benefit you, or you are done with a situation and there is something better coming into alignment for you. Okay, either way, I think you win. Okay, so very interesting energy coming in there, but boom, 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 999. Maybe some of you 9 is a lucky number for you. All right. So look up the deeper meaning, look up the spiritual meaning of 999. There'll be a number of different messages there for you. Okay. But something will resonate with you. Something will click. Okay. And there'll be a little bit more of a personalized message there for you, because it's going to be like, oh yeah, that's me all the way. All right. So look up those 3 9s, very important. But I do feel here as well that if you are feeling trapped or restricted in any way, I do feel that there is a breakout for you, and the eclipses can really help you that way. It'll make you uncomfortable, make you face some fears. 9 of Swords, right? Those little demons in your head. In this case, it's like scary ass spiders. But this is really going to break you out of a cycle. Okay. But I also feel like some of you are being encouraged to follow your dreams or pay attention to your dreams. Okay? Eclipses do funny things, for us. Okay. Especially that full moon one towards, at the end of October, the one in Taurus, because that is just a couple of days away from Halloween. Samhain, the veil is incredibly thin. Our intuition, our senses, our higher chakras, they're very much heightened, they're very much open, and our dreams can really show us the way, show us the path, okay, or pay attention to any symbols, signs that you see. We've got the 7 of Swords there. We've got the Knight of Cups. Very nice. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles can bring you gifts, can bring you treasure, can bring you opportunity. So this can be really nice here. The 7 of Swords, well, this is where we can, kind of derail something here. So the 7 of Swords can be an energy of working through some trust issues, okay, especially if you're doubting yourself or doubting something that's in your world. The 7 of Swords can be where we're our own worst enemy sometimes, because we're trying to stay positive, but then the negative pops in. Okay. This may be that you have an opportunity here to either fix a situation or go in a different direction from something here that's really not serving your best interests. Okay. So there is an element of caution that can come in with the 7 of Swords, because this can be where there is betrayal, there is a stab you in the back kind of energy. But with the Hermit there as well, there's healing from that as well. So I think that if you've been in a situation previously, or even now, where you don't trust the people that you work with, or there's something that you just don't trust, within your money, even if it's with a significant other. I feel like here the best course of action would be to get it out in the open. Talk about it, communicate about it. Eclipses do bring surprises, and they bring things out of the woodwork that have previously been hidden. And with the Seven of Swords and all this money going on around here, it may be that somebody has a surprise in store. Okay, because the Six of Pentacles is a really positive card, as is the King of Cups. So it may be that someone has a surprise in store, and hopefully it's a really positive one, but there's some suspicions here with the Seven of Swords. Okay, if all of a sudden maybe someone's working a lot of overtime, or if someone is like, they had a lot of money and now they don't have any money, that kind of thing. They could be like secretly spending or something, but this could actually be a positive thing. So I'm thinking like saving up for like an engagement ring, that kind of thing. That might work well. The Seven of Swords does require an element of caution, though, in your work, okay, in your money, in your investments, okay, or any purchases that you might make as well. And good thing that's coming out with the Hermit, because the Hermit does bring that Virgo energy of paying attention to the details. And when we pay attention to the details, we get no surprises. So if you are signing any kind of legal documentation or anything like that, if you are making a big purchase, if you do have your money, invested in something, make sure that you do pay attention to that fine print. Make sure you know how to get out of something. Make sure you know how long you're locked into something, right? Because there may be something here that isn't quite right. Okay, so just be a little bit cautious with that energy, okay? But this can also be you again. You're trying to stay positive, okay? You're trying to think about what you want or what direction you want to take something in, and you're just not sure, because sometimes the Seven of Swords, we don't trust ourselves, right? So you do have to trust yourself in this energy, but there may be somebody here that can lift your spirits a little bit with the King of Cups. So probably a really good friend or a significant other, family member, or maybe just someone that you know with the King of Cups. This is somebody who would be successful, somebody who would know what they're talking about, but they have a good heart. They're empathetic, and they're really quite friendly in their energy, but they're also very creative. And so we've got this energy of creation here, but we also do have the money element coming in. So if any of you are opening up your own business or going into the family business or anything like that, there could be, this energy here where two heads are better than one. One person might be really good with, really looking after the practical day-to-day issues, the boring stuff, the taxes and the business licenses and the phone number and the website and all that yick, right? The boring stuff, right? The Virgo energy there. Okay. The details. And then here's the creative energy with the King of Cups, right? So you could be the mastermind of the whole thing, right? But you might need to delegate some responsibilities. Okay. So you could have a couple of different people that you can come into partnership with in some way. All right. But I think the King of Cups here is also you really feeling good about your situation, right? You might be a little bit back and forth. There might be some things that, I don't know, I'm not so sure of. Okay. But when we get the King energy, kings know. Kings are like, I know what I want. I've gotten to this point. You know what? I know how to get it. Okay. I'm not going to doubt myself, not going to doubt the process. And again, it is a very good energy of mastery and success and leadership as well. So it could just be taking the lead on your money, taking a lead on your career, leveling up. Okay. And being really happy about where you are in the process. But of course, we do have the Six of Pentacles here as well. And the Six of Pentacles, this is something flows back to you in the best of ways. Okay. This is a surprise, possibly. This is some money, some rewards, some accolades, maybe a wish fulfilled, something flowing back to you. All of the energy, all the good, all the commitment, all of the effort that you put out, this is where you really do get that reward in some way. Okay, so it's a wonderful energy there. The Six of Pentacles is also one of getting things back on track. It's getting things in alignment, right? It's where we achieve balance in our lives. So you could be really balancing your family bank account, your own bank account. Okay, maybe with this Nine of Pentacles in the middle, if you get a little bit of money, a little bit of extra money, perhaps this is you making the wise choice with your money instead of just spending it willy-nilly on things that you really desire. Maybe you're like, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit in the bank for a rainy day, but I'm also going to do something nice for myself as well. Balance, right? But I do think there is something rewarding that is coming to you, and it's something good. Okay, so it's either some money, like an increase there. It could be, your investments pay a dividend. Maybe you get like a smoking deal on something there, especially if you're like buying a house or anything like that. If you're moving in with somebody, or if you want to move to a better location, a better house for yourself, you could end up with a really good bargain with that Six of Pentacles, because it's not just money coming in, it can be savings, right? We all like to save a little bit of money here and there. But this is also equality. Honest day's work for an honest day's pay. Being equally committed in a partnership, a relationship of some kind, right? Whether it's just getting on track with your finances with your family unit, or whether it is something in the workplace, right? Things are aligning for you in that energy, and it is very, very exciting, and hopefully for you, very rewarding. So you do have some up and downs in the month of October, but I think things settle down. Okay, after that, and I think things really start to blossom. Holy crap. Okay, you jumped out. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Flabbergasted over here. Let me tell you, you really need to look at those nines, because this that just flew out of the deck as I was shuffling is 999. 999, 999. Wow. Okay, so go look at the nines. Okay, you've got 6 nines coming out here. I don't even know if I've ever had 6 nines coming out in a reading, I gotta be honest with you. But anywho, thank the past for your lessons and leave it where it belongs so you can make the best of the life that is still waiting to be fulfilled by only you. I am unique. Unique indeed. And we have card number 20. Choose balance, harmony. There's maybe your high priestess energy. You relate to others on an almost cosmic level. You are dedicated to building harmonious relationships of all kinds. You have the ability to persuade others to your point of view by using gentle means. I am harmonious. All right, things lining up for you. Remember, through those times of uncertainty or chaos or change that you might not have any control over, open, in the flow, be ready to take some action, okay? For some of you, it might be a situation where you're like, I'm going to cut and run, right? I need to go find something better, right? So do whatever you're compelled to do in that energy, okay? But for some of you, you might just need to be patient and wait something out, and it may actually very much work in your favor. But you might have some important decisions to make here with that energy. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I really hope there was something here for you. Really do go and look up those 3 nines. Like I said, I've never had that happen. I've been reading cards for about 20 years. So never had 6 nines come out in a reading. I think probably the most is like 4, maybe 5, but just the way that came out, there's something very significant there for you. Maybe you're seeing a bunch of 9s right now. So again, when you see repeating numbers, look them up. Okay, take a step back, just take a moment to yourself, breathe, say thank you. I always say thank you to the universe when I see those signs. And then just do a little bit of a gut check there. What was your energy? What were you thinking? What were you doing? What were you feeling at the time? Where was your mind wandering? Okay, those are all clues as to what that sign means to you in that moment, in that time. So I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please do take a moment there and support my channel. I so much appreciate it. I can't even tell you. Please hit that like button, free for you. Hit that subscribe button, again, free for you. And leave a comment in the box down below. Say hello. What do these 9s mean to you? What triggers for you there in that energy? Because it is significant. All right. So I thank you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.